Hello and welcome to the Landmark Contest Showcase. Today we're going to be looking at all of the submissions from both console and PC, and I'm also joined by some special guests, which are Poetry Slam 78.
Hello.
I am Matty.
Hello.
Cockwaddle.
Hello.
And Wikz.
Hi.
I brought these guys on for a very good reason. Not only are they fantastic content creators, but they all have an extra special focus on community, which is what all this contest is all about. So thank you all very much for joining me.
Thanks for inviting
Glad to be
us.
here.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay, let's not mess around and get straight into it. We're going to start with the console submissions, which I and Matty very kindly did some wonderful cinematics of, so thank you very much for that. So let's get straight in with the first one, which is Big Ben by Industraplex. A scale replica of the world's most famous clock chimes every console game hour. And that is it. Nice and simple.
I think it's super cool with the whole roundabout at the bottom. For me, it kind of feels like the building is not completely alone.
Mm-hmm.
It gives a nice touch, and it's Big Ben, right? It looks great.
The details on this roof are amazing.
Yeah, that's what I noticed as well. They've used like a lot of overlapping of sort of standard castle pieces, made them into something sort of new and interesting. I really like that.
I see some adventure pieces in there too.
I think so.
Lovely.
Nice.
And one thing with Industraplex as well is he is quite well known within the console community as well as creating these amazing things. So when I knew he was entering, I knew it was going to be something amazing like this as well.
Yeah, they've been showing some really cool stuff on the Discord recently. So also, if you're not part of the Discord, make sure to join.
Oh, do you have a Discord?
I think so. I'm just saying this, but I'm not entirely sure, to be honest.
Whoa.
Congrats.
Thanks.
How many people are in it? It's like just a couple.
No idea at all.
Am I in there?
These are all questions I can't really answer.
I like his custom clock. I actually didn't think it was a custom one until we got closer.
Yeah,
I think that's
I really like the clock.
the key in Planko is when you can make something look like it's a pre-made asset.
Yeah, the bosses are too, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
bosses are nice. I really like this.
Yeah.
custom. I think he's done a legit street sign. That's literally the style they use. So
Look at
Yeah,
those
it's
cool.
lights. That looks
Yeah.
really sharp.
Great lightning.
Yeah, even the little flashing
that's
the zebra
nice.
crossing lights. Very nice.
Oh yeah! Wow. You could tell he likes his London. That's very authentic.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good details in here. Very accurate. Okay, next up. I'm afraid, for once, I and Matty, you're going to have to be quiet.
I think I've been told that many a time in my life. Mostly when I was at
That's a
school. But shut up.
Yeah. So next up is Iron Matty's Saudi Arabia F1 building. And he says, this building is a new build that goes over the new F1 circuit in Saudi Arabia. With it being over an F1 track, I took a few liberties and placed some foliage around it instead to make it look better than tarmac. Sounds like a sensible choice.
It does. Wow, I like that already.
It's like if Frank Wood Wright were still alive and a little bit more modern. I like it.
I love the mix with the modern and the wood mixed with the foliage.
Yeah, this is totally a my vibe kind of building.
I always
very
really
clean.
respect when people do like super glassy builds because they leave you nowhere to hide on interiors. You know what I mean? Like you have to do such a good job on the and look at that. I mean that's so clean and nice. Just like Wikz was saying, it's super clean.
Yeah. Really nice angles.
The whole architecture around this build really makes it interesting and unique, right? So
Yeah, 100%.
it's
And because of all of the really strong lines, you've got to make sure that your angles are perfect and your lines are perfectly straight.
Mhm.
And you've done it.
Yeah.
Wow, that was really satisfying to look at from above. Those angles, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but just like a quick thing is like we are like in Denmark, just Copenhagen, we are getting so many buildings of this sort of kind. Like this new modern architecture, futuristic stuff is just like you can definitely see that it's starting to get around the world. But the mix with old brick Victorian buildings, and then you have this one next to it. Yeah, I'm not super fan of it, but it's but I guess that's what the future is.
Yeah, this is really nice.
But I love this building though. Yeah, really, really cool. Very unique.
Very impressive stuff.
It makes you wonder how people that were in thatched roof huts started to feel when they started to build with brick next to them. Like, I'm not sure about this new modern brick architecture.
Right?
Yeah, that's very true.
Like, go take your stuff elsewhere, dude.
Right.
The whole, like the lighting too around the whole building, the trim lights,
It's nice and
really
subtle.
nice.
Yeah, really smart.
Yeah, it's great.
It makes it really easy to imagine like the heat of sort of Saudi Arabia. It's got super airy and like open and ventilated.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we have got RCNerd with Randy's Donuts. And they say, this seemed like such an iconic American place, famous for the obvious massive donut on the roof. It is a donut shop that was originally in Inglewood, California, but now has expanded slightly. It is small, has a 50s sort of look with some modernism, and has, of course, the huge donut.
Oh yeah, that is Randy's Donuts. Exactly.
Wow, that's sweet. I'd not heard of this original place, but that's cool.
Yeah.
That's real. I assume it's the inspiration for the Lard Lad donuts in The Simpsons.
I was just going to
with, like,
say.
the giant donut on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
That's what it made me think of as well, was The Simpsons, because I'm not familiar with it either.
Yeah, it's a real
It's
place.
so wild that signage back then were like had to just be like crazy huge. Like,
Yeah.
it's just not this guy, right? But just in general.
It's a really good use
Yeah.
of those facade pieces as well. I never really used them, but it makes a really nice backdrop for this.
It's true.
I never used them either.
But yeah, this is really nice. I'm seeing a lot of lovely little bits of realism, the back alleys and stairways and electrical pieces. Really nice.
I love the custom font as well that he's done on the Randy's Donuts, because that's all custom. Obviously, we have to kind of like do that all manually on console. So yeah, great job with that as well.
Oh, kind of
It really looks like the donut is bigger than the entire shop, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the thing it is in real life, but
it is like that's the actual scale of the donut to the building. It's a big fiberglass donut.
Right.
It's massive.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so America.
It
It
is
how American, yes.
as big as possible. Very, very nice work.
I love the little Moomin sign as well.
It's a nice little billboard, yeah.
I like the
And
little
the
buildings in the background. They're subtle, but they're effective. It highlights the donut shop even more to have those back there.
Yeah.
does.
Okay, so that was console. 3 submissions for console, and now we're moving straight into the PC submissions. So starting off with Randomperson, who has created the Washington Monument, and they say, based off the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C. Nice and simple, is what it is. What do we think of this?
To be fair, that is what that is.
I mean, it doesn't get more Washington Monument than that.
I think they went in, they knew what they were doing, and they did it.
I think he lacks on flags though.
Yeah, maybe.
I you know what, I'm assuming that must have hit the piece count limit, because otherwise I would have thought that you would want to add the reflection pond or the reflection pool at the bottom of the monument.
This is 1,300 pieces, so yeah, lots of room left if they wanted to expand.
Because that would have been like part of going to see the monument is seeing the reflection of it in the long pool. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But also like just like some flower beds or something on the ground, or it's just like
Yeah, I think so. It's been a real. I mean, I think I went to the Washington Monument when I was about 11 years old.
doesn't seem to me that this is the bottom of it though.
Yeah, the bottom of it is it's terraced. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I did some math. Did some math as well, and this is just over 200 meters tall, and the rear one, I believe, is about 170. So not far off actually, and which is funny when you compare it to the rest. But the scale-wise, it's not far off what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly
Yeah,
quite
well-
tall.
Yeah, just a bit.
I like the simplicity of it.
Yeah. It
Well,
is.
it is a simplistic structure in real life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically a gigantic phallic monument.
It
But,
is indeed.
but I do agree what Poet says, like if you decide to go with a build like this, you could at least have made like that pond, or at least something to make it somewhat nice at the bottom though. Like if I have to say something. Because I
Accentuate it.
feel like this is like jump over where the fence is shorter, you know, like sort of creation.
Right, moving on. We have this wonderful creation by Rizzen, Rizzen is flying up the ranks in every community at the moment, showing their work. And here they say a representation of the Atomium in Brussels. The scale is not right, as the spheres are supposed to contain a restaurant, art exhibition, and other stuff, but I had to make choices because of the piece count. I'm still quite satisfied with the whole result. Don't forget to check it at night time. Oh yes, we didn't check the last one at night time, but I'm going to assume there probably isn't anything. No. There we go. But whilst we're at night, let's have a look at the Atomium.
This is
incredible.
so cool.
That's really nice.
It is very, very nice. And I was
The
actually...
amount of time that it must have... Sorry. Why do I keep talking over you, baby? Every time.
always
Literally,
you.
I stay quiet and you start talking.
That's fine. It's probably my fault.
I don't know what I was saying. No, I haven't got a clue.
Okay.
No, the amount of time that it must have taken to put them lights around there and get it so symmetrical.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. It must have been an absolute nightmare.
It was funny that you
Do
interrupted
that.
me to say that, because that's exactly what I was going to say anyway. So.
Hey, great minds
Yeah.
think alike, or equally stupid ones.
Yeah, this is super cool. I've never seen this in real life either.
No.
Oh,
I haven't
Ooh.
either, but now I want to.
The inside is really dope.
That's really smart. Yeah,
Mm.
I really like that someone's built this because I know a lot of like Belgian people from Planet Coast community, and like I keep hearing about them sort of talking about how they want to make this, but I've never actually seen it done until now. So it's really good to see it done. And wow, he's not kidding about it being good at night. That
Yeah.
really is special. I've never seen the curved fairy lights used like that to like wrap around
No.
a sphere. But yeah, you're right. It just works like weirdly perfectly.
It does.
Oh, but also just notice like his like all the realistic stuff, like on the arches on the side, there's legit like a stairway all the way
Yes,
up.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I was just noticing the stairway. I was just about to comment on it because I really, really like it.
yeah, like he's really
Wow.
taking a measure in all this. It's really cool.
Really nice details all around.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this interior.
Yeah, super cool. I love the spiral stairway in the middle.
Hmm.
that's amazing.
Really nice. Very nice
You can
work.
tell that a
indeed.
lot of time and effort's gone into that.
Yeah.
Like a lot
Yeah.
of love's gone into that.
Yes.
That's
Absolutely.
super cool.
And the lovely
You get a-
Belgian flag on top.
Oh, nice. Can we get a piece count on that? I'd be really
Yeah.
interested to know.
That's got to
Especially
be
with the
close to the
spiral in the
4,000
middle.
limit on it, surely.
You would have thought. Oh wow!
What?
That's amazingly efficient.
Very
I
Wow.
didn't think it was going to be alive.
Less is
yeah.
more.
Yeah, so not only an astounding build, but done in a very reasonable piece count as well. Moving on to this wonderful creation by Tjebsol, and this is the OINK Piggybank. And they say, where to put your precious belongings to make sure they're safe? In a piggy bank, of course. The pigs have gone corporate and set up the OINK Piggybank. Be safe and store your belongings at the OINK. Based on the BMO Bank of Montreal in Montreal.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. I love anything with a dome on the top.
I know.
It's always such a challenge, but that's another beautiful dome. Love it.
Now this one's they've gone to the extra level of not only is there a stunning exterior, but this one has an interior as well.
Wow.
I'm not.
the
Oh my
pig.
god.
Oh, my days.
God.
That was so much fun.
Yeah,
That's so
Oh.
cursed.
but they've got absolutely everything here: reception, little seating area, the bank tellers,
That's
and
amazing.
then we can go through security.
Oh my god!
There's
No.
Their little tails.
That's amazing.
Please, God, no.
This is absolutely delightful.
We've of course got the vault. There are
Oh no!
little tiny pigs.
God, I love the sense of humor here.
Yeah. We've got
Because
all
a
of the-
bank is such a serious, like, stuffy building, right? But it's Cheb's really made it fun.
I think the thing that really impressed me here was obviously there's no TMTK allowed for this contest, so the lengths that they've gone to with stuff like this phone, it's just
Wow.
incredible.
How
Oh
did you
yes,
make
the
that?
snowman pipes,
Hmm.
and oh yeah, Yeah. And
So-
what are those? Those are gingerbread decorations, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
Nice.
these
What are the numbers? Yeah. what are
they're
those?
the Ghostbusters lightning pieces.
Oh my god.
Oh my days.
Again, these lamps, all custom, everything has been thought about. The vault door, the safety deposit boxes, everything
That's mental.
is either custom made or items used in a different way. This water fountain. Really
Wow, look at that. Oh, so smooth.
And
Thing is, just from the exterior of this
Oh,
build
God.
alone was enough.
That's
I
terrifying.
lost all respect for this build now.
yeah, I'm assuming we've got ourselves a box pig here as opposed to a box.
Get it out of here! Ah.
Oggy would be
Get out
proud.
of here.
Let's have a little look at the exterior properly.
I love those cars.
Yeah,
There's a helicopter.
yeah. Got a helipad up here. This lovely
Chopper.
dome.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Good
Glass
Lord.
top.
Exterior was good enough to enter by itself.
Yeah.
I agree.
I know, it's
Yeah.
really like the branding. Like it's got that oink above the doorway with like
Mhm.
a little piggy face as the O. I mean, that's so cute.
Yeah,
And lovely nighttime lighting.
that's cool.
Very nice work. Tjebsol. Okie dokie.
Love that.
Another fantastic creation, this time from Haitches.
Wow.
And he says this is the Texas state capitol, located near the center of Austin on the square originally selected as the site of the capital of the Republic of Texas. The state capitol is more than just another building to Texans throughout the state. It represents a great part of our heritage. I am a Texan and felt like building an iconic Texas landmark. I already had built the Alamo for the World of Good Nice showcase, and then talks about the placement and the pathing. Yeah, I mean, where to begin with this? And it's worth saying that I think Haitches was one of the first to submit, so even more
Yeah,
impressive.
he worked super hard on this. I watched basically every piece of this get
Mhm.
placed, and he is just so meticulous and like tireless. It's really amazing.
Yeah, I love this. Like, I always talk about how the default Planco pieces are so flat generally, and they need texture. And this is just a perfect example of just simple things, like adding these columns and the trims, just to give it that texture that it needs.
Really like this, the effort he put into getting every side and
Mhm.
view on this building detailed.
Yeah.
It's really nice when people do that.
Such a beautiful architectural style as well.
Yeah.
So many little
sure.
intricate details, like just all over it. Like every inch of this building just seems to have some type of decorative architecture.
Mm-hmm. Is
Wow.
that a separate piece? I think it is. isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, that's the Christmas
is.
tree topper, isn't it? Yeah.
That's just a really nice detail.
The Star of Texas.
Complete with the Texan flag, of course. Just have a little look at the nighttime lighting. I think it's just the windows, but to be honest, it does the trick.
Yeah, absolutely.
All it needed to be.
Yeah, definitely. Next up, we have Dan's theme park with our second Big Ben, and I think surprisingly, that's the only thing that we see twice in the contest, which is nice.
Huh.
And he says, the roof was my nemesis, inspired by Big Ben, and I can get there quickly, so it was a nice, obvious choice. So yeah, nice to see another version of Big Ben. This one's a lot smaller.
Small Ben.
Would have a smaller dong then.
Oh, good lord.
No, because obviously Big Ben goes ding dong.
Daddy.
It was a genuine
No.
question.
Yeah.
If people would like to take it as an innuendo,
Except
We can just
know
say it's
you.
more of a ding than a dong.
Yeah. I think what Dan's done here nicely is used the in-game clock as the scale and then built around it, which is quite a hard thing to do because creating a detailed Big Ben on this scale is quite difficult.
But decent enough job. I like the crenellations at the top. Made the most of those small pieces.
Yeah.
Nice.
maybe just a couple of lights, kind of like shining up.
Yeah, just some
maybe.
uplighters would be nice.
Would be nice.
But, yeah.
Yeah, just to
Something
like
at
kind of
the base
accent it a
of
little
it.
bit.
But either way, very nice build.
Yeah, nice miniature build.
And you can tell what it is when you look
Oh,
at
absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
You know.
Next up, we have Squashpickle with Model Village. And they say, Ever wanted to experience the 3 famous cities in Model Village? Well, lucky you. This non-TMTK model village is easily placeable for park guests to walk around. Simply place pathing below the grid in a circular fashion for guests to wander and take in the sights. I originally started this build by seeing what could be built using the art shapes, and after liking what I had achieved with the Big Ben, I ventured out into other London landmarks before doing the same with Paris and Cairo. Of course, there are multiple landmarks, so if only one can be used within the competition, please take a closer look at Trafalgar Square. The models were inspired by Lego sets and satellite views, and the real-life counterparts can be found on signs at the back of the topiary bushes. Enjoy. No, we will accept the whole thing because it's a wonderful model village creation.
Oh my god, this is so cute!
That's adorable.
It is.
I love this!
It's just so impressive to create things on this scale.
Yeah.
I mean, Poet, one of the things you say most in your streams is, oh my god, why is this so big?
Exactly!
So to do anything on a small scale is so difficult.
It's so hard,
Really
yeah.
struggled, to be honest.
Certainly answered the most monuments out of anybody. It was one monument, and you said loads.
It does look so Lego-y too, I love it.
Oh, the little London wheel!
Yeah.
London Eye, that's amazing! That's ace!
Yeah.
It's probably good.
I want to say that's the National Theatre in London, I believe.
Yeah, I think that is. It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, this is so heckin' cute, I can't stand it.
A London phone box.
Enormous by comparison. London box towering over the sea.
And I'm going to guess that that's probably the Globe Theatre.
Oh, yeah, that's what that is, yeah.
This is super
I love it.
cute.
I think that's the most emotional reaction you can get out of a bunch of art pieces. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just simple shapes, but we're all just like cooing over it. Like, it's so cute.
You almost expect to see a cat just come along and just pick everything up.
Exactly. But I think this is what I really wanted with this contest, is to evoke that emotional connection.
Yeah.
For me, particularly like living in London and getting all the memories of these places that I visited. It's really amazing.
I'd love to see guests walking around these.
They'd probably be about the right scale for guests, to be honest. It looks small to us, but in terms of game pieces, it probably still is fairly the scale of a guest. Get an archer.
Here we go. As a janitor.
Oh, wow, yeah. You're totally right, Pert. Look at that.
Okay, moving on. We have Ready to Fall with... here we go. My first attempt. Ponte Vecchio is going to be my
close.
Cockwaddle, go.
Ponte Vecchio.
Vecchio. Yeah, Cockwaddle is a bit of a... I'm not going to say nerd, but I'm going to say nerd when it comes to geography and history. So I tasked him, and I'm very grateful. I tasked him with looking up some information about some of these builds in advance. Yeah, give us one more pronunciation of this one, Cockwaddle.
Okay, I'll do it with the hands as well. Ponte Vecchio.
Ponte Vecchio.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Perfecto.
Ponte Vecchio is a medieval bridge over the Arno River in Florence, Italy, which is known for its overhanging shop buildings that house gold and jewellery stores. Like with most famous tourist spots, big pan-corporate chains have taken over some of the shops with their global brands. However, one of the jewellery stores was acquired by a different owner and holds a little surprise. Thank you, Moomin, for hosting this contest and for setting up the river around the blueprint. A bridge over flat dry land would be a sorry sight, wouldn't it? It would indeed.
This is beautiful.
That's so nice.
Saw him post this in Discord, and I was like,
Yeah, same.
this is...
Photos on Discord just don't do some of these submissions justice at times, because I saw a lot of these in picture form, and then when you actually see them in person, they're just way better than you could ever see in a photo.
Definitely. Yeah.
I love that shop sign said RalphRoomba.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna let's take a wander and take a look at all of these. So we got Flowing Waters. Coogie.
Ahwahnee.
Style is just a matter of time. Very nice.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right there.
Jerry's jewelry.
Jerry's jewelry. Bling through the ages. Visit Tuscany. Wait, you're already here. Chanel. Roll X.
Rolex.
I mean, there's just something about a bridge, and then there's also houses on the bridge. There's
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was in the jewelry store? There was something in there as well, wasn't there? He
There was a
said
little
like a
interior,
special
wasn't
surprise.
there?
Oh, it's
wow.
Jerry.
Oh, and it's like little relics and stuff from through the ages. That's really cool.
Really
Wow,
nice.
that's awesome.
Oh, it's like the next evolution of Jerry. That's so cute.
It is. This is where he is now.
Yeah.
He's retired to Italy.
And there's worse places to retire to, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Florida.
The thing that I like that's so authentic to it is that the side that the guests, the pedestrians will see going over the bridge is the sort of glitzy side, and then it's the sort of grimy, overgrown, hodgepodge sort of pushed together side on the outside, because it's it's a medieval structure. It's like it's still been in use since I think the 15th century, so it's still got that built on top of itself look to it that's been captured so well there.
Absolutely. And there's a thing that I always mention is I love it when builds are a bit uneven. You've got the slight differences here and the wonky bits of wood, and that's what adds the character. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Wikz, Wikz is a genius when it comes to that kind of stuff.
I love when you mix these sort of textures together, though. I would maybe just maybe try to make some of the buildings look a little bit more, old or
difficult without those wonderful dirt decals.
I mean, there is ways.
Decals on console.
There's lots of ways to make broken walls without anything. But I think this is I just love this build. I love the whole bridge, the houses on the bridge, like just in architecture, wherever this is. I want to go and see this bridge.
Yeah.
Oh
Me
yeah,
too.
I definitely do.
It's beautiful.
Next up, we have RalphRoomba, hailing from Sweden, I'm imagining. Cockwaddle, over to you for the pronunciation.
Yeah, as Wikz could tell you, Swedes do things in strange and interesting ways every single time. They can't just say Kärnan, it's apparently pronounced Kärnan. That K becomes like an SH somehow.
That you're saying it's the Swedes and not the Danish that are the weird ones.
Yeah.
I
would never insult the
my
Danes.
guy. You want points
Just blame the Swedes.
Yeah.
And they say it's a tower in the city of, Helsingborg.
Perfect.
Yes.
I wanted to replicate it after recently visiting it IRL. I have always liked the look of the tower, and I did my best to replicate it in Planet Costa.
Sweet.
And what a job they did! This is, despite being simple, it's great. It's just got those lovely little bits of detail that you can see took some time to get. I love these
simple
little,
and effective.
Yeah, exactly. Like the little arrow, what they called. Cockwaddle, help me.
Arrow slits. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what they're called. Yeah, done with
gorgeous too.
sign brackets. Just little things like that. Really nice work.
Yeah, this is really cool.
And funnily enough, I think what pops about this is similar to the last one, is that there's a sudden shift from grid to off-grid with that tower. The circular tower is suddenly off-grid, and that's just really nice and realistic.
What's funny to me is that if you see a building like this in Planet Costa, let's just say it was not a recreation, you would say too boxy or something. But if you then go and see this building in real life, right, those words will not even come into your mind that this is boxy. It's just wow. Because
I imagine this is a really imposing building in real life, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just I've just walking in Copenhagen the last few days with the operateur who's here, and I just noticed some of these how they would look if you build them in Planko. It would just not be the same effect on how they actually appear in real life. But
I appreciate the foliage around the bottom of it.
Yes, it does a lot. And as Cockwaddle said, with the whole tower there, pointing it on the whole non-boxy way, it really, really adds to it.
Oh, it's the IKEA flag.
Okay, next up we have London Eye by PJB Studios. The London Eye is one of Britain's most famous landmarks, sat right in the middle of the City of London and next to the River Thames. The London Eye is a large Ferris wheel type ride where tourists can view London from the sky. I decided to build this as it's one of my favourite landmarks in the world, It took a total of 3 hours and 30 minutes and consists of over 3,800 pieces. There are only 3 pods on this version of the London Eye due to the 4K pieces blueprint requirement in Planet Coaster, as each pod was about 1,000 pieces, so couldn't put any more in. So please imagine there are more pods like the real life version. I hope you enjoy the London Eye.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Wikz, can we get a wow?
Wow.
Yeah,
This is really good.
Yeah.
That is nice.
This is very ambitious too.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I really like about it is that I actually really don't like the London Eye in like real life. You know, I really don't like looking at it. I've been on it. I thought it sucked, but you know, I think this actually looks really good. I prefer this to the real life.
I think I
and
agree
I can
with you.
see already that they've done some good lighting because it does get lit up really well at night. I'm guessing they've probably done that really good justice in this as well.
I'd love to see this with all the pods on, like, so if we can just show in the Discord after the contest, outside of the contest, with all the pods all the way around.
Yeah.
I like the lighting.
Yeah, they've gone rainbow. Nice.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Next up, we have Heyyheyytay. Joined the Discord fairly recently, and I've been checking out her streams and some really nice work. Oh, Cockwaddle, I need your help.
It is actually nice and simple. It's just Ahwahnee.
Okay, she says, the majestic Ahwahnee Hotel located in the Yosemite Valley. The inside is left empty except for the front desk, with a lovely smiling face to welcome you in. I chose to replicate this hotel because it is in my home state. I've been here only once before and it took my breath away, so I knew I had to recreate it to try and capture that same magic. I hope I did the hotel justice. I can already say you did. Look at this.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
That's incredible.
The whole
Ooh, hello.
rocks as pillars, it's very new to me.
Yes, exactly.
Even after 5
believe
years
so.
and 6,000 hours.
She certainly did recreate the magic with this because it just looks absolutely fantastic. It's so unique and original, and so many different aspects of things that you wouldn't normally see. Like you say, the rock pillars.
Yeah.
It looks exactly like the building that she was replicating. It really does.
I'm gonna have to Google that. I'm gonna have to go and look at that afterwards because I'd like to see that.
I love the architecture, the way it's all built, like, and the colors too.
Yeah, I love that kind of a cyan blue.
I don't know yet what I feel about the whole rock columns. Maybe it's just the textures being all the same that doesn't make it to me. But I do like the concept of it though.
Yeah.
I think if she would have changed some of the textures, moved them a bit from
Something
desk.
inside somewhere. Here we go. There she is.
Oh, nice.
The smiling
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
Look at that keyboard. That's cute.
And I like that it represents the surrounding landscape of Yosemite. You know, it's all just like rock and wood.
Yeah.
Really, really nice.
I really like the roof as well, Moomin. Like, kind of just the very, very subtle, like, little height changes with the roof. So you've got, like, kind of this main piece that goes back, but then you like that's such a little subtle change, but it really adds to it as well, and not always easy as well, because obviously roofing is one of the most difficult things to do. It's an absolute logistical nightmare, but it looks also naturally done and integrated so well.
I completely agree. Real life buildings are a complete mess when you look at them, and nothing really aligns properly, and yeah, she's captured that very well here. Moving on, we have the infamous Kayara. Okay, so we have the traffic tower, and Cockwaddle asked you to pronounce this in, what I assume is German?
Yeah, it's German.
It's German.
It is, yeah. It's Werkersturm Potsdamer Platz. I don't know what it
nice.
means. I mean, I'm guessing that's the translation, traffic tower, but yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely, small and simple, but effective, and kind of fascinating. Like, I want to know more about this.
I can imagine that being an iconic sort of like city logistical thing in the same way that we have those sort of red phone boxes in London. You know, this being a thing in Berlin. I like that.
Yeah.
It's 100% a meeting place. It's like, I'll meet you by the clock. It's like, what time are we meeting tonight? I'll meet you by the clock before we go to the pub.
Very nice work by Kayara.
Very good job, Kayara.
From very small to very large.
Wow.
This is the Luxor by Damien 6G96, and they say, I was inspired by the Luxor Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. I've always admired its over-the-top theming and architecture, and how cool it is to have a giant glass, steel and concrete pyramid in one's own backyard. I mostly see its light that burns at 42.3 billion candela every single night. Staying true as an American, I wanted to go big and to scale. Then the challenge and piece count added up. The final draft is about a quarter scale and 3,200 pieces. More of the inspired art pieces than a direct recreation. This is my first workshop blueprint and first ever art shape sculpture. I've named my Sphinx Chonky Boy. It was my intention to leave a nice clean interior for the pyramid and space for a pool. Enough space to customize with shops and TMTK items. I want to thank Moon and Little Socks for the inspiration to build, and Frontier for having a Steam sale just in time for me to purchase the game and gain access to the workshop. Very nice work here. And huge.
It's super cool.
Yeah.
So brand new to the game then? Like just bought the game and was like, let me make a Sphinx?
It would seem so. They went in hard.
That is ambition right there. I can appreciate
the
that.
face looks like a Thomas the Tank Engine. A little bit. It's kind of it's genuinely making me think of Thomas the Tank.
It scares me about it the same as Thomas the Tank does. Like, it's good. that is some imposing stuff. I love it.
That pyramid is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't easy to do, to get these angles right.
Oh, what's on the back there at the bottom? Is that an exit?
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, if this is a first-time build, it's even more impressive.
Oh, yeah, I can't believe they just bought the game and just immediately built this. What on earth?
There's just like those people, you know, like there's always those that they can just play a game for a little bit and then there's like the best.
Yeah, yeah. No, this is really nice.
Is really good.
The light structure on top.
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
Dang.
Which of course we have to look at night, and there it is.
Oh, damn, that's even better than I thought. Wow.
Look at this bad boy. I like it.
Completely accurate.
That's fantastic.
Very nice.
I mean, I just can't get over that art-shaped face. It's so hard to do. I can't do anything like that. I know it's come out really scary, but like it's just so hard. Yeah.
Very nice work, Damien 6G96.
Yeah, that was wild.
And what do we have here? Goodbye, Cockwaddle. Here we have the Temple of Bacchus. Oh, God's sake. Cockwaddle, quick, come back quickly.
Okay, I'm back. It's actually nice and easy. It's the Temple of Bacchus at Baalbek.
Baalbek, okay, fine. Okay, go away now.
Bye.
Temple of Bacchus at Baalbek. And here he says, the ruins of the Roman Temple of Bacchus at Baalbek, Lebanon, includes a diorama of Abby taking a picture of Cockers standing next to a column capital. Can be deleted. I will not. Thank you very much. Well, let's start by looking at Cockers, Cockers and Abby.
That is awesome.
Amazing.
That was when he just started to grow on his hair.
I mean, already, look at these ruins.
Love the weeds that are coming up through.
Yeah, just amazing. And then, the build itself.
Oh, very nice.
Wow.
It's lovely.
Well, I think I peeked at one of his streams one day when he was building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a lovely... I don't know, he can't say anything now, so it was a lovely slow build by Cockers.
How many pieces is this?
This is... Oh, yeah, near the limit.
Okay, because I was thinking why, like, I don't know how the real building looks, if it has a roof or not, but I would imagine that, like, if you added a roof on this, that would look amazing.
I'm assuming it probably did have one at one point, but not anymore.
Yeah, but I was just thinking, like, did he build it from what, like, how it looked or how it looks now?
I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, probably maybe now since he visited it. Yeah.
Right.
But I love all these.
I love the interior inside.
Yeah, the detail of where things were.
Yeah, exactly.
Really nice.
Everything ruined stuff is just awesome. And you can make it look amazing.
And it's not easy to do in Blanco.
No, it's very tedious.
It's not easy to do ruined or abandoned. It is challenging.
But very satisfying when you actually get it to look amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this 100%. Does.
In this case.
Cockwaddle is generally very good at anything historical, really.
Mm-hmm. that's the thing. When you're passionate about something, then you can put so much love into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. You have confidence too. So when you're confident in what you're doing, it definitely shows in the end result.
Yeah.
I love the
as well.
pieces. Yeah, right there, the pieces that are missing.
Lovely work. Okay, Cockers, you can come back now.
Okay, sorry, I had to mute myself because I was laughing too much at the zombie thing. I totally forgot about that.
Right, next up we've got Creative Dogs with the Stone Spheres of Costa Rica. The Stone Spheres of Costa Rica are an assortment of over 300 petrospheres in Costa Rica on the... Oh, Lord. the Diqui? Are we going with there?
No idea. I'm not Spanish.
I mean, it seems
Diqui
reasonable
Delta?
to me.
Diqui? Is it something like that?
Diqui Delta, and on Isla del Caño. Locally, they are also known as... Literally, are you all just trying to upset me here?
Bolas, I can't.
Bolas de Piedra, literally stone balls. The spheres are commonly attributed to the extinct Diqui culture, and they are sometimes referred to as the Diqui spheres.
Every time he says Diqui, we drink, guys. Let's go.
They are the best known stone sculptures of the... Oh my lord.
Ishmu?
Istmo Colombian area. The creation is fairly small in piece count, as it really doesn't have a lot to it, but thought I would submit it because of the fact that the actual monument in real life is actually quite interesting and fascinating. Thank you for embarrassing me with all of those pronunciations.
I think you should record that again because you forgot to hit record. I think you should
shut
tweet all again.
Looking at
What a backstory to that, by the way! Wow, like this is by far like the oldest thing we've made.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe other than mine, but like, I love that. Like, because it makes something as simple as that quite poignant.
Yeah, I love the story. It's a fascinating little tidbit of history there.
Yeah, I feel like I want to learn more about it.
Me too.
I just googled it.
Okay, Wikz is off already.
It's cool though.
Yeah.
Cool. It's interesting.
Yeah, I'll definitely look.
Probably the most simple submission of the contest, but it's really beautiful at the same time. It's really picturesque and it's so nice to look at. Like, kind of just you hovering just on this one shot alone, it just looks fantastic.
Yeah.
But if I can maybe just like say a thing or two, because now I'm just looking at these pictures, right? Maybe to make it a little bit more nice, I would maybe have made some, like where you saw it like sort of dig down from the ground, like, and then you see like one of them is like they're trying to dig it up, or just like some more stuff near the ground to them. I think that would have gave it that little extra.
Next up, we have Scants with the Arc de Triomphe. Designed on the Arc de Triomphe in Paris, using only in-game pieces, no TMTK. Thanks, Moomin, for the contest and opportunity to showcase some great builds. Thanks, Scants. You are welcome. And I have to say, I was looking at this one earlier, and the thing I love with this one is, I mentioned it earlier with another one, but when you've created your own asset, basically, like lots of this looks like it's just an in-game piece, but like when you go up close and you can see that these are the carousel horses.
Oh my gosh!
To look like part of the marble or the statue. And then same
Wow,
here.
that's what that is.
Very great. Yeah.
The horses with the mermaid statue and the gargoyles, really, really seamless.
And that also is not easy to do, because getting everything to saturate the same way with the colors is not like, oh, I'm just going to set it to this color and use this color on everything, because not everything saturates the same way. So that is not easy.
Yeah, it's really impressive. They all blend very well.
They do.
Because of that, what is the piece count on this one then?
Only 1,000.
Wow.
That's surprising. I thought it would be a lot more than that.
Yeah,
well, the overall structure is not going to be very many pieces. It's going to be other details. So I'm not surprised, because it's not like you're using a structure that uses a lot of pieces and details.
Yeah. And again, this is what I mean here. Like, all of these pieces are individual, creating a custom trim.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's really nice.
It's amazing.
When you
It's
see
beautiful.
I love the different textures. Like at the bottom, you see he has like these rough brick wall set, and then all of a sudden it just changes to a plain plaster or something, right? It's nice. It's nice for the eyes.
Very nice, and I believe it has some nighttime lighting. And there we go.
Ooh,
Lovely.
Wow.
really cool.
Simple but effective.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, very nice.
I could totally see this also just like if we're talking like being as a transition thing in a theme park to like a more, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
definitely.
Next up, we have TBKarate with
Wow.
the King Neptune statue. And they say this is a recreation of the state-famous King Neptune statue located on the strip of Virginia Beach. Wanted to go with something local but still recognizable to a larger audience. This statue was constructed in 2005 by Paul DePascal and has been a widely used symbol used to portray VA Beach and Virginia as a whole.
Interesting. I never knew that.
I'm just going to spin this around into the light. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that must have taken
Oh,
a
Wow.
long time.
The fishes.
that's super ambitious.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's the sort of thing where if you looked at the reference picture, you would immediately just think, well, there's just no way in Panko. Do you know what I mean? Like without
Yeah.
it taking a million hours, but they've done such an effective job under 4K there.
Really impressive. You got the crab,
The little crabby. It's so
Yeah.
cute.
It's
custom
adorable.
fish.
So many different pieces used to build this.
I know.
It's insane. I've seen like I think he's used like most of the piece count in Planko.
It's using a lot of the jungle pieces there.
Yeah, this is one of the best uses of the temple pieces that I've seen, I think.
Yeah.
And our last one was so large that it was I had to put it in a whole different park. So here we are in the new park for Zero Fox's Mount Fuji. And he says, Mount Fuji is Japan's tallest mountain and most iconic landmark. I was inspired to replicate it because I very much want to visit it one day and figured it would be a fun experiment to do so in Planko without being able to use terrain. I did not quite think through how pompous it would appear as a contest entry due to its sheer size, or how much I would struggle to keep it within the 4K piece limit, not to mention how much planned detail I would have to omit to do just that. In fact, I already talked myself out of even submitting it, but then had a sudden change of heart. Needless to say, the barely finished product is not quite what I had in mind. As big swings and misses go, it was still a fun swing. I think it was more than a swing, Zero Fox. This is a stunning 4K blueprint, and you even put in a custom cherry blossom to get this wonderful vista.
I need that cherry blossom.
Yeah, this is really nice.
I need that tree.
Made up of different bushes and various pieces. Yeah, very nice. But
I'm
here
so
is
glad he still entered it. It's amazing.
definitely.
I mean, that is what Fuji looks like when you're flying into Tokyo.
Hmm.
Like it just
Oh.
comes out of the ground. There's no rhyme or reason for it. It's just there. It's crazy.
Like a giant pimple.
It is. It's ready to erupt.
Just let's hope it never pops.
Very sore pimple.
Yeah. I just love how it's kind of like a modern art representation, with the shiny metal down here.
Yeah, that's a really interesting take. Yeah, it's so true.
Like a
Sort of
contemporary
cyber Fuji.
Fuji. Yeah, exactly.
It's like a cyberpunk tribute.
Yeah.
It is. I think
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
It would have been such a shame if he hadn't entered this, because the amount of work that has gone into this as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, yeah. Zero Fox is always one of my absolute favorite builders. I knew he'd submit something crazy, but I just that has blown my mind. There's so much to that. Yeah, especially those angles on the snowy bits, because he's actually gone from, you know, that lower layer, as we were saying, has got this sort of cyberpunky angle to it, but then like as soon as it gets to the snow, well, actually, like there's some really spookily realistic little nooks and crannies in there. That's really
Yeah, it's
gorgeous.
really nice. It's really nice, yeah.
Yeah, to get nothing like jutting out or misplaced is a really difficult thing to achieve.
Yes.
But it's all completely seamless.
No Z fighting either.
Nope. Yeah, true.
Like that's just, yeah, that takes so much patience.
Hmm.
Same as with PJB Studios, with his London Eye. I'd like to see that finished as well. This one I would love to see finished. I'd love to see what he truly envisioned without the worry of the piece count. I want him to continue it, and I want to see what he does with this, because it's just so visually impressive.
So that is all submissions for the contest. So what's going to happen now is in the description of this video, you'll find a link to a form where you can vote for your favorite. I haven't completely decided, but I'll probably do a top 3 situation, or maybe just your favorite. I haven't decided yet. But make sure you go down, get the form, submit for your favorite, and after a week, I'll get the totals, and there'll be a video announcing the top 3. All of which get a prize, and you'll get a little trophy next to your name in Discord. So make sure to vote for your favourite. Does anybody have any final words?
I'm really proud of everyone who entered this. Everyone did a really good job, and there's a lot of work, effort, and heart put into it, and you can tell. And congratulations to you, Moo, for a contest well attended.
I'm just grateful for everybody who submitted, as you said, and I'm also very thankful for all of you for coming and looking at these with me today. So thank you.
You are welcome. Thanks for having us. Me, it was fun.
Thanks for
Thank you for doing a contest that had console players as well, and like kind of really bringing the whole community together, like both sides, the console and the PC as well. Something which has been very desperately sought after. So to have everybody included was fantastic. So yeah, from the console side, thank you ever so much for everybody from our side.
You're very welcome, and thanks again for getting the cinematics for the console submissions.
Welcome.
Okie dokie, that is it for today, and as I said, I will be back in a week or so to announce the winners. So thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.